Have any of you ever known someone who was involved in or even killed in an accident caused by a drunk driver? I know that I certainly have, and in my opinion, this should be reason enough not to mix drinking and driving. On average, someone is killed by a drunk driver every 40 minutes. In 2007, an estimated 12,998 people died in drunk driving related crashes. This fact alone should be nearly 13,000 reasons to never get behind the wheel after drinking. Today I would like to show you some statistics and give you some tips on how to avoid tragedies caused by mixing drinking and driving. About 3 in every 10 Americans will be involved in an alcohol-related crash at some time in their life. Over 1.46 million drivers were arrested in 2006 for driving under the influence of alcohol. This is an arrest rate for 1 for every 139 licensed drivers in the United States. Pretty ridiculous. Of the over 159 million alcohol-impaired driving trips estimated that Americans took in 2002, over 10% of them, which is 18 million trips, were made by 18 through 20-year-olds. In a 2008 AAA poll measuring the traffic safety culture of Americans, they found that 80% supported requiring drivers who have been convicted of a DUI to use equipment that tests them for alcohol before driving. Also, 88% of the respondents in the poll felt that drunk driving is a serious traffic safety concern. So, in 2007, 92.2% of 12th graders reported that alcohol is very easy or fairly easy to get. And I just wanted to show you a photo of a alcohol-related accident. Not sure how well you can see it, but it's pretty bad. There's only half of a car there. There's another reason not to drink and drive. And I know that especially younger children think, oh, I can drink a little bit and I can drive and it's not that big of a deal. But it really does affect, you don't understand how much it affects you. Your reflexes can be off by just 0.5 seconds and you could kill an innocent family coming towards you. And you have to live with that the rest of your life, knowing that a stupid decision you made, you decided, oh, I don't want to stay here, I'm going to drive home, killed an innocent family. And you could have just had someone drive you, you could have not drank before you drove. Just, you need to think before you do things like that, because it can ruin the rest of your life and someone else's. So here are a few tips to avoid drunk driving accidents. Number 1, get the facts about drinking and driving. Even if you never drink and drive, alcohol-impaired driving is still your problem because we share the roads with people who choose to drink and drive. You need to decide for yourself. It is important that each of us makes a rational decision about drinking and driving. Number 3, you need to be a responsible host. Never send your friends out on the road at the end of a party. You need to have plenty of non-alcoholic drinks at the party, plenty of food, and then at the end you should have arranged who the DDs are, or to call a taxi if you didn't have designated drivers already arranged, or just have people stay the night. Tip number 4, we need to fight for tougher laws and real punishments. Many people have experienced a severe sense of injustice from the United States legal system, heaped upon their grief and physical suffering. We need to call for stronger enforcement of existing laws, maximum use of existing penalties, and tougher overall drinking and driving laws. To make our roads safer, we need to write to MPs and to the media and sign petitions and just simply speak out. Tip number 5, we need to report bad drivers. If you have a friend and you know that they always drink and drive, you need to say something to them. And if you've said something and it doesn't work, you need to report them. And I know you think, well, they're my friend, I can't do that. A true friend would report them because if they kill somebody else, it's ruined their life. So by reporting them, you can save their lives and the lives of innocent people. Tip number 6, for your family, your friends, and your neighbors, you need to set an example. Persuade people that drinking and driving is socially unacceptable. A lot of people do it because they think it's okay. They think that people think it's cool, that it's not that big of a deal, but it really is a big deal, and people need to know that. Actions speak louder than words, so you yourself should never drink and drive, or never drive after consuming drugs or anything like that. Tip number 7, be a true friend. Most problem drinkers and drug takers deny their problems, and if you want to help them and you see your friend's been drinking too much and wants to drive, tell them no. When your mind tells you that your friend is capable of killing other users on the road, or other road users, tell them so. And if you're convinced that he or she needs to get help, get them help. In conclusion, I think it's very clear that drunk driving is dangerous and it's never okay. Driving while impaired by alcohol is never the right decision. People die or spend the rest of their lives paying for someone else's mistakes every day because of drunk driving. Could you live with yourself knowing that you've caused pain to an innocent person and his or her family because you wanted to have a little fun and make a poor and irresponsible decision? I know that I couldn't. Be smart and don't drink and drive.